Hello everyone, welcome back. My name's dustinkreis. Got another game discussion here for you. It's going to be kind of crazy, this game discussion coming so quickly, but I've basically been playing this game almost non-stop since I threw it in. And yeah, I mean, I haven't beat the game yet, but this is a game that I can do a game discussion on without having to beat it. Usually when I do a game discussion on RPGs, I want to beat the game so I can, see the story to completion before I say that this is a great story. This game, the storyline is very, very vague in it, so I feel like I've gotten the gameplay down quite a bit in my just ridiculous amount of playtime with it, so where I can talk to you guys and basically tell you to go buy this game, because there's no reason why you shouldn't buy this game. And that game is Omega Boost on the PS1. I'm also going to post this as a video response to Pete Door's video review of this game, because he's big time and I want to ride his coattails. That's not the reason. I want to thank him for really giving this game its due in the light. It really bringing this game to the attention of other people, because I'm telling you what, looking at the cover, kind of a generic cover art there, and just kind of reading the back, I would probably have passed this game up in game stores, to be honest with you. And that's a shame, because this is a fantastic, very fun game. And so Pete, this is a big thank you to you. Whenever you recommend a sort of hidden gem or a really awesome game, I followed you a lot on these suggestions that you make on your channel, and I've never been let down, and I hope that streak continues with Panzer Dragoon Saga, which I just picked up here recently. But, so yes, Pete, thank you for bringing this game to my attention and spending $10 of my hard-earned money. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the game here. This is a Panzer Dragoon style shoot-'em-up, and very specifically Panzer Dragoon style, because a couple people from the original team that made Panzer Dragoon 1, 2, and I think Saga. Once Saga was done, they went and they created this game. This game came out towards the end of the PS1's lifespan. So if you're into those style of games, like, I love Panzer Dragoon Orta up and down. I mean, it's one of my favorite games. I mean, not top 10 favorite games of all time, but it's definitely up there. I just think that game is amazing. And I have Panzer Dragoon 1, and I've played it, and I really enjoy it. I'm getting ready to do Saga. So, when I saw Pete's video about this game, and saw that it was a Panzer Dragoon style shooter, I was like, sign me the fuck up. And of course, it's got mechs instead of dragons, so that's even better. I do enjoy a very awesome mech style game. So, when you're getting into the gameplay aspects, think about Panzer Dragoon, in that it's one of those things where you drag your reticule over enemies and it locks onto them, and then you fire with a button and it shoots out sort of homing blasts that go after these enemies. You also have a free shot where you just hold down the square button and you can just plaster the screen with bullets and shoot that way, which is helpful against the bosses, but more often than not, you're going to rely on that that targeted shot that we're all used to from Panzer Dragoon. I don't have my PS1 controller in front of me here, but I have my PS3 controller, so we'll go ahead and use that. And it does support the analog sticks, and you want to use those to maneuver the reticule. The big thing with this game, we're used to Panzer Dragoon, where you use the L and R buttons to sort of flip the camera 90 degrees to see, to the sides and the back. This game plays a little bit different in that enemies attack you from all sides like normal, but you don't use these to pan the camera. What you do is the L1 button is sort of almost a lock-on type button, which when enemies are starting to attack you from a opposite side than what you're facing, you'll hear a caution. The game will say caution at you. And what you do is you press L1 your mech slows down and it sort of does a quick flip on the screen, and then you're automatically facing the enemies, and you can, of course, target them and fire. Now, while this is extremely, extremely useful, it's also a bit of a hindrance because it slows your mech down so much that in the early stages you're not going to notice it. But when you get into the later stages fighting these quicker, more agile enemies, they're going to take advantage of the fact that you're slowing down, and they're going to be blasting the hell out of you. So what you have to do is you have to quickly hit the L1 button to flip and turn, target really quickly, attack with your homing lasers, and then use the O button to boost out of there before the bullets hit you. The gameplay gets really frantic, and I am stuck on stage 5. It's the one that's kind of like, it's very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi when they fly into the Death Star, and how the corridors are really tight with all those things, like the pipes and stuff that they have to avoid. And you have to avoid those with the mechs. And then the boss is like this thing that takes up the entire tube, and it's just really hard to dodge in there, and I really have to build up my skill in order to get past that stage. But this is the type of game that you play it and you want to get better. It beckons you to get better and to test its mettle. So I'm really looking forward to diving more into this game, and I'm going to continue to dive into it. It's going to be my sort of distraction from when I get sick of playing Tales of Grace's F for hours on end, and I want something action heavy. So, like I said, guys, if you're into those Panzer Dragoon style games, this gameplay is just top notch. What else is there? The music. The music is not really anything to write home about. It features a lot of sort of hard rock, metalish type bands from the late 90s. Static X is in there, if anyone remembers Static X. I was never a Static X fan. My brother was, I wasn't. So, what music is there, you'll enjoy it during the stage, but honestly, you'll be so just mesmerized by the gameplay that the music, it doesn't even really matter. And in fact, I would almost tell you to just turn the music off. Well, don't turn the music down because you need that caution thing. But it's just, the music's not that great. You know, it's serviceable, but it's not something, you're not going to go out and buy like the Mega Boost soundtrack. Let's just put it that way. The graphics. Here is where things get a little funny, because when you first boot this game up and look at it, you're going to go, holy crap, this is just a PS1 game. Who cares, Dustin? And then you start playing it, okay? And I will admit that when you first boot the graphics up, it doesn't look that great. But then, when you start seeing it in motion, and you start realizing how fast everything is moving, how silky smooth the transition is, and you realize, holy crap, this game is running in 60 frames per second on the PS1 and with these 3D graphics. And it's just mind-blowing how silky smooth everything runs. You know, there's no lag, there's no slowdown. It's just smooth all throughout. And the character models are actually, you know, very detailed for the PS1. You know, I'm not a big, like I've said in millions of videos, millions, by millions I mean 115. I'm not the biggest fan of the 3D graphics of the PlayStation 1, N64, Sega Saturn era. I think they're crude and ugly looking now, and I much prefer the 16-bit 2D sprites. But I'm actually really, really impressed by this game. I kind of almost want to put it in my PS2 and see what it looks like upscaled a little bit. But maybe I'll do that here and check that out. I just kind of thought of that right now. But definitely kind of mind-blowing how, you know, this is such a sort of an unknown game on the PS1. And if it wasn't for Pete's video, I never would have known about this, and I never would have bought it. And I sent, you know, as soon as I watched that video, I sent personal messages to Ball and Nick and the Laggy Gamer, because I figured those two would really enjoy this game. But, you know, and then I started playing it, and guys, I'm telling you, everybody out there who enjoys these style of action games, go buy this right now. You can find it for cheap. It's not going to break your wallet, and you're just going to have an immensely fun time with it. So, once again, Pete, thank you so much for pointing this game out to me. Everybody, run out and get this. It's a fantastic game, and I don't know what else to say. You know, there's a lot of looks like there's a lot of different modes. I haven't messed around with all the different modes on the title screen, but the campaign mode is just it's a lot of fun, and it just beckons you to get better. And that's the kind of game you want. You know, it's a very score-driven game. So if you like older arcade style games, there you go, guys. So Omega Boost, PlayStation 1. I give it a very high regard, and you know, mostly I play RPGs, but every now and then I crave a very fast action game, and this is satisfying. This is satisfying a hunger that I didn't even know I had at the time. So there we go. So Omega Boost, PlayStation 1. Check it out. That is all for me right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please check out some other stuff and see if I got some stuff here that you want to watch. And if so, please subscribe. Leave me comments. I love answering comments, and I love to hear what you guys think about the game if you've played it. So yeah, that's it for right now. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.